The reason why this is so powerful and this is your secret tool in your career growth is because did you know that 1 out of 3 people quit their new job because of a toxic boss? What is a toxic boss? A toxic boss is somebody that micromanages your work. Why was this late? Why is this early? Micromanagers check your time. They look at every single thing that you do. Toxic bosses make rude comments to the point where it can be degrading or even harassing. They'll call you out in front of team members in meetings. They make you feel uncomfortable. They make you feel insecure. They make you feel unwanted, unwelcomed, like you're not part of the team. You might notice that their attitude is a little more jolly, is a little more light when talking to other people and compared to you, where they're more stern, they're more aggressive, and they're more willing to put you down. They want things done on their own time. They want things done fast. And if you do it too fast, they get angry. If you do it too slow, then they get angry. It's always a lose-lose situation. And you might ask the question, well, why do toxic bosses exist? And I have 5 tips that are going to help you if you're working under a toxic boss. Wait till you hear number 3. This is going to be life-changing for you. An interesting article published on LinkedIn by Dr. Travis Bradberry that states that toxic bosses aren't often fired because of job performance, but rather they are fired because of poor people skills. This is a very interesting article because it talks about how toxic bosses aren't able to empathize with people, aren't able to connect with people and relate with people. These toxic managers or toxic bosses maybe didn't acquire the training that was needed on knowing how to empathize with teams. Perhaps they've never gained that experience with working with people, with treating people fairly and correctly, or maybe they just don't care. These 5 tips are going to help you. Number 1, assess the situation and give honest feedback. Come to terms with that toxic boss and sit down with them and lay all the cards out. Be honest and let them know how you feel. Give them your feedback on everything that you're feeling from the details of your work and your tasks, and let them know what is bothering you. This could reestablish your working relationship with them, and it could open up their eyes to how poorly they are treating you. It's important to note to not take their criticism personally. Everything that is said to you, the actions that are taken towards you, is not about you. It is a problem that is with them. Do your best to practice self-care. Take breaks, eat nutritious meals, exercise regularly so that you can keep on top of your mental and your emotional health. Number 2, document everything. Every discussion that you have with your toxic boss, every email, text message, phone call, what you completed and what you didn't complete. You can't control what others do or say, but you can control how you respond. And number 3, I'm most excited about this, is find allies. The worst thing that you can do while working under a toxic boss is to isolate yourself. Never isolate yourself. In fact, you want to put yourself out there more. Connect with other peers and colleagues, people that are in positions of power. You have to increase your visibility within the organization. The reason why this is so powerful and this is your secret tool in your career growth is because it can lead to vertical escalation. It can lead to your next promotion. It's all about networking and building relationships. Find those alliances, and that's what's going to open the door for you. Number 4 is to consult HR. Get specific, timely details of discussion, actions, or behavior, and let the professionals in human resources give you guidance or even intervene on what is a harassing behavior or situation. Before we get to number 5, please click that like and subscribe button. And just as an added bonus, in addition to consulting HR, you can look outside your organization. Find trusted mentors and coaches that are going to give you valuable feedback on the situations that you face working under a toxic boss. And last but not least, leave that toxic boss. Leave that toxic work environment. It is not worth your mental and your emotional health. Nobody should suffer the consequences of working under a mean, degrading, horrible, toxic boss. You are valuable. You are worth it. You have so much to offer as a professional, and there will be an organization and a great, healthy boss who will appreciate your efforts if you look elsewhere. Do not waste your talent. Do not waste your time fighting a toxic boss if there's no end. On a side note, you want to leave on positive terms. There's nothing wrong with being professional and leaving your 2 weeks notice typed out very simply and professionally, and you having a swift exit. But make sure you take care of yourself, look outside, and make sure you have that opportunity lined up before you leave the organization. Also, never badmouth your toxic boss, never gossip behind them, even after you leave the organization. Don't post anything on social media that is degrading to that toxic boss or even to the organization. Remember, people hear, people talk all the time. You want to leave on a professional note. Thanks for watching. Before you go, leave a comment. Let's help some folks out there who may be facing or dealing with a toxic boss or working in a toxic work environment. Thanks for watching. Until next time.